Welcome to our latest HMO.
It started off as a complete disaster. We sacked the builder, but now that it's complete, let's show you how we do HMOs in Birmingham. If you're watching this video for the first time, my name is Hussain, and on this channel we have 3 videos a week to ultimately help you get further faster in your property investing journey. This is where I share my 15 years of property investing knowledge. We've been doing HMOs for about 10 years now, and literally hundreds of rooms around Birmingham that we manage. People talk about the market is so saturated right now. They are struggling with HMOs and the rental of rooms and retaining tenants, and it's a competitive market. It is, however, it's all about product differentiation. How do you make your product unique and different to appeal to a certain sector in the market? Remember, if you are driving, say, a vehicle right now, it may be a basic car that gets you from A to B, and there may be somebody driving a car that maybe they've spent £100,000 on. That car's still going to get them from A to B. However, how it makes that individual feel is what's going to determine how much they're prepared to pay for that particular product. And in this case, we apply that same philosophy to the quality of accommodation we provide. So when people talk about HMOs, they often have a negative connotation. Let's show you how we create HMOs and how we've turned this situation around.
With each project, we try to improve our quality, our design, our functionality, and the layouts of each of the rooms and the projects we do. And we've kind of progressed with every single development. And lately, we've actually even taken on board a designer who's been helping us create this bold luxury feel for our HMOs. And I think it's really setting us apart. What do you think, Saj?
Absolutely. It's really about how do we stay at the forefront of this market. You know, we've been doing this a long time. It's the case we want to stay at the front of the game. We want to be ahead of everybody else. And sometimes people look at what we're doing and think we're crazy. Why do you spend so much money on these houses? They're just HMOs. But that's what they think. They don't understand the effort and the hard work that goes into these to create something that's really unique and that's stunning and that's different to everybody else.
100%. I think I can honestly say probably our rooms and HMOs are probably in the top 5% of what's actually out there on the market in Birmingham. So it's no kind of secret that we can achieve the highest rents really on these units.
Yeah, and those highest rents is what it's about. People interested in HMOs for one simple reason. It's the amount of money they make. But if you're at the top end of the market, then that means you also command premium rents. If you're commanding premium rents, that means your end value is going to be much, much higher. And make sure you watch the video all the way to the end because we're going to break down the numbers in terms of how much we spent and what it's worth right now. Being obsessive about creating a unique product that means we can stay ahead of everybody else. It's about getting into the nitty-gritty detail of every little thing that we go and put into each particular house. So as I just mentioned earlier on, every time we do this, we try and raise the bar and improve what we're doing. So what is it that we've done in this house that makes it such a stunning and luxury property?
For instance, I mean, we plan all the units out well before even the build starts. So, you know, the bedside locations, the switches, the lights. In this room, we have plenty of spotlights, which are actually all dimmable as well. We've got like, you know, internet connection points, RJ45s for them to kind of work, and like nice comfortable seating areas for them to have some food or work. So it's all kind of the latest tech, everything we can bring in, super fast Wi-Fi's, smart HD TVs, you know, normally things you might not always see in professional HMOs as well. So we always take the extra steps, see where the tech is, how we can improve the functionality, and most of all, the experience of our tenants really.
Absolutely. The client experience is critical to us. It means that they'll enjoy the property, they'll stay here, they pay that premium rent. And it's also being aware of how the market is changing and adapting. And with COVID and more people working from home, we need to think about how's that going to affect things. So we put these huge en-suites in, massive luxury en-suites in every single room. We've got workstations where people can work from, they might eat there as well. And as I just mentioned, we've got Cat 6 cabling in every single room. Why do we need Cat6 cabling? Well, people might be using phones, work phones from home, like IP phones. They may even want to use their PlayStations there and plug them in. So yes, Wi-Fi is good, but how do we go a step ahead? And then when we think about charging points, people are just about starting to put USBs charging points in. We're putting USB-C charging points in as well. So it's, as he mentioned, keeping ahead of all the technology that's available that we can potentially use. We talked about spacious bathrooms and having really stunning bathrooms. In this one, I'll show you in a few moments what we've got here. But if you want to have a look at a previous video when we visited previously, when it was still in construction, and even earlier at the beginning when we had problems and we sacked the builder, we'll link those videos in the description below. So make sure you watch those as well after this video. So come on through, let me show you what we've got here. It's again another nice stunning bedroom. We've got a nice spacious ensuite bathroom here. In fact, you know, this is a more than enough for one person to have a shower in here. And kidding apart, you know, this is a huge space. In London, this is probably going to be a bedroom in a HMO, right? The shower I just showed you is the ensuite for this particular room. However, this space did not exist before. It's a dormer that we've created at the back of the property to create this room, a nice spacious room.
In fact, all the rooms in this house are between 15 to 20 square meters, excluding the en-suites and the built-in storage space. So they're quite sizable rooms, and it's all about the functionality. It's not about cramping the amount of rooms you can fit in a house. It's about having them spacious. And I think being unique in our market is having large en-suites, as you've just showed, and having, you know, a good space to actually enjoy your life in as a tenant.
Yeah, I mean, people talk about HMOs that have transient tenants. They stay for a short period of time, they move on. But actually, if you've got nice, desirable spaces, and it's not just about the minimum requirements, as you said, people will stay longer. They're happier. That means they'll stay longer in the property rather than just being able to have that churn. And also it means we're adding value to the property, which is ultimately what it's about. It's about creating an asset that's going to produce a really good income, have a high-end value, tenants that are happy with it, they enjoy it, they look after it, and they stay for the long term. Adding significant value to HMOs is a key part of our strategy. However, this is something many people get wrong. They don't understand how the numbers work and how valuations work. I've done a video on this in a lot more detail. We'll link it in the description below. So after this video, make sure you check that out as well. So before we go on to talk about the numbers in a lot more detail, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and enable the notification bell so you're notified when we're releasing videos just like this. Remember, we have 3 videos a week in the channel just for you to help you get further faster in your property investing journey. So let's go on through, have a look at another one of the rooms and talk about the numbers. This is one of my favorite rooms because I love the skylight in this room. It means you can lie on the bed and just gaze into those stars. It's so nice being able to create a room like this where you've not only lifted the ceiling, it just means it's just so much more higher. Originally this would have been the bathroom over here and this would have been a small bedroom, but now it's much more nice and much more spacious. It started off life as a 3-story Victorian house, a nice big building, and that's a key thing that we look for. You need to get the right house in the right location before we start. And we spent £215,000 on the purchase in terms of the initial acquisition.
Yeah, as it stands at the moment, we have spent around £140,000 on the renovations and the kind of construction side of things, which brings a total spend to about £355,000.
Yeah, with that, I mean, that's quite a significant spend on a 6-bedroom house. As I said, at the moment, it's a 6-bedroom HMO. Our intention is at some point to turn it into a 7-bed HMO once we've got planning, and that will push up the value again. So as it stands at the moment, we're expecting a valuation, a commercial valuation, north of 500,000. So what that means is once we refinance it, we'll pretty much get all our investment out of the property. Effectively, it's a property with no cash left in, and it will still cash flow, a significant cash flow each month.
As you can see, we finished this property, fantastic specification. Now this is going to allow us to achieve rents between £650 and £750 per month per room. Now, yes, we have spent a lot of money on the project, but bear in mind we had to sack the builder, so that has set us back a little bit. Now that allowed us also to reconfigure a few things in-house here, which taking into the environment we're in now and more people working from home, that's what we know, we've kind of made the workspaces more comfortable, we've kind of increased the Wi-Fi speeds and everything, and all of this is going to allow us to achieve the premium rents, get the right tenants in these properties, and obviously keep them for long term as well.
Absolutely. Sometimes people are shocked when they hear how much rent that we achieve on a room, and they say, "Is that a room?" We say, "Yeah, that's a room. That's not a flat. That's not a house. That's a single room. The rent that we can achieve." Because we understand the market and we understand the products. Even though Birmingham is Article 4 right now, there's still opportunities that exist in this market. And hey, look, if you're interested in working with us, just reach out to us, ping us a message, and we can explore how that works. Either you can learn from us in terms of what we do, so you can do the same for yourself, or if you're interested in funding a project, again, reach out to us and we can talk about how that would work. We hope you've enjoyed this video and we look forward to seeing you again on the next one.